Welcome to the Carolina Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Before we get started with our presentations, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that attendees are welcome and encouraged to ask questions to any of the panelists at any time utilizing the Q&A feature. You can pose your question to a specific institution, or you can ask a general question to any and all of the institutions. Also, just a reminder that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. And there will be additional sessions this semester for this region, so please do sign up for those if you haven't already done so. And a recording of this session will be available about 1 week from today on that same registration website. Without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our first presenter, which will be Edgecombe Community College.
Good evening. Thank you for that introduction. My name is Teresa Bottoms, and I'm here to represent Edgecombe Community College tonight. We have two campus locations. We have a campus located in Tarboro at 2009 West Wilson Street. Our Rocky Mount campus is located at 225 Tarboro Street. We offer 130 plus credentials, which include associate degrees, diplomas, certificates, and over 200 distance education courses. We have available 26 degree and certificate programs for high school students. Our student to faculty ratio is 15:1. By Edgecombe Community College. At Edgecombe, we have world-class faculty and staff who truly care about our students' success. We have state-of-the-art facilities. We're close to home, affordable, and we offer smaller class sizes. Our programs of study, our Arts and Science Department offers college transfer, criminal justice, human services technology. Students who graduate from our college transfer program earn an associate's in arts or an associate's in science that can transfer to any one of the University of North Carolina institutions. Our students experience seamless transfer as a junior to most senior colleges and universities. Our Business, Industry, and Technology Department offers automotive, barbering, business administration, cosmetology, early childhood education, historic preservation, information technology, and welding. Our newest program is agricultural business management. Students can earn a degree, a diploma, or a certificate in agro-business technology. We also offer certificates in animal science and other areas. I'm just going to share a very short video with you on this program. Our Health Sciences Department offers information technology, medical assisting, nursing, radiography, respiratory therapy, and surgical technology. Our practical nursing program was recently ranked #4 in the state of North Carolina for 2021. Here's a brief look at healthcare and why students are selecting this program of study. Healthcare offers career stability, upward mobility for those who choose to further their education, and above average salaries. The following is just the average North Carolina salaries for healthcare graduates. Our nursing students, LPN, earn up to $44,000 per year. nursing, 80 yen, 64,000, surgical technology, 43,000, medical office administration, 32,000, respiratory therapy, 56, and radiography, 58. If you're interested in becoming a student at Edgecombe Community College, please visit our website at edgecombe.edu. Click on the link that says Become a Student. There you will find links to complete the application for admission, apply for financial aid, submit your official high school transcripts, and also complete the new student orientation. Financial aid is available through a combination of grants, scholarships, student loans, and work study. Please complete the free application for federal student aid so that we can determine your eligibility. And don't forget to apply for financial aid early. We have various student groups and organizations on campus for students to join, such as SGA, our Student Ambassadors Program, Impact, and Butterfly. If you want additional information about Edgecombe, please feel free to give me a call at 252-618-6527. I can also be reached by email at bottomst@edgecombe.edu. And don't forget tonight that you can also submit your questions in the chat box. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Thank you very much. Up next this evening will be Alamance Community College.
All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here with us this evening. My name is Ashley Pryor, and I'm going to be speaking with you this evening about Alamance Community College. A couple things you ought to know. We are located in Graham, North Carolina. We were founded in 1958 as one of the first organized community colleges in North Carolina. We have two campuses. Our main campus is located in Graham, North Carolina, off of exit 140. And where the Dillingham Center is just a few exits up in our Burlington Outlet Center, where that houses our cosmetology program, our small business center, and continuing education and workforce development courses. A couple of the divisions that we will go into this evening, we have 3 academic divisions that offer over 50 two-year degrees, over 70 certificates, and over 20 diplomas. Our enrollment is approximately 4,200 students per semester. And a fun fact, we have the longest running 2-year biotechnology program in the country. So here is Haw the Otter, our river otter mascot. We're located right on the Haw River, and we're located in between in the Piedmont Triad and Research Triangle Park. Benefits of starting in Alamance Community College: we have small classes. Our average is about 21 students. We're close to home and convenient, very affordable, saving thousands of dollars if you choose to start, whether it's a 2-year degree or starting your first 2 years of a 4-year. We offer pathways to transfer to larger universities. We offer degrees and certificates that lead you into the workforce. You can make your schedule as flexible as you need it to be, taking classes in the evening, morning, or working around what you currently do. Individualized instruction with your instructors, and we don't require SAT or ACTs. Of course, you could submit them to be placed into various courses. However, it is not mandated when you are applying to the college. 2 pathways that we offer. First, you could go into the college transfer pathway if you are choosing to pursue a 4-year degree. You, of course, complete high school, and then you complete your first 2 years at ACC, your freshman and sophomore year, earning your 2-year degree, and you transfer as a junior and complete your junior and senior year at the 4-year school you choose. That's an average savings of over $27,000. So good to think about. And if you choose another area and you want to go into a certain field that you're interested in and don't want to complete a 4-year degree, you can, of course, do that through our career technical degrees. Again, you would complete high school. We have opportunities to complete diplomas or certificates that are stackable credentials. You complete your first 2 years, and then you are out into the workforce. And with that university transfer program, we, of course, have the opportunity, and for you to transfer to any of the 16 UNC system public schools. In addition, we have a couple of co-admission agreements that do have deadlines, and you have to apply in a certain manner to be considered in these programs. But we do have co-admission agreements with ECU, our Pirate Promise program, NCA&T, Aggie Plus program, North Carolina State is C3, UNC is our C-STEP, UNC Greensboro is our Spartan Passage, and UNCW is our Pathway to Excellence. Going into those 3 academic divisions we offer, we have our Business, Arts, and Sciences, University Transfer, Accounting, Business Administration, Information Technology, Medical Office Administration, and then our Spanish language certificates. So a couple different areas within business and information technology and medical office. We have our Health and Public Services, Biotechnology, Cosmetology, Criminal Justice, Dental Assisting, Early Childhood, Histotechnology, Fire Protection, Medical Assisting, Medical Laboratory Technology, Nursing, and Nurse Aid. And we also have our 3rd division, which is our Industrial Technologies. So you can see all of these slides have had pictures. And going into these career technical degrees, you are hands-on in these 2-year programs because we want you to be ready to be employed and in the workforce in 2 years. So as you can see, a couple of the programs we have are horticulture, automotive, culinary, welding, heating and air conditioning, advertising and graphic design. So lots of good opportunities for you. And of course, we're going to offer you support and student success with our library, our small classes, instructors, disability services. We have tutoring and a writing center, math and physics labs, and foreign language lab. And of course, you can get involved at ACC. We have over 30 student groups offering a variety of athletic, cultural, educational, political, spiritual, and social interests. Of course, you could learn more about leadership and networking, and then we also have our campus ambassadors. One thing to think about is there's a lot of savings if you started a 2-year and then decide to transfer to a 4-year school. Again, as we looked at earlier, there's over $27,000 you could save. And of course, you can apply for financial aid with ACC. Students can qualify for grants, scholarships, veterans assistance, and then also work study. If you are interested in applying to Alamance Community College, you can visit alamancecc.edu. You would complete the North Carolina residency, submit the application. It's free, no essay. Submit your official high school transcript, and placement test is not necessary since you will be graduating. Only students who graduate 10 years or more. If you have any questions, again, feel free to chat with me through this evening. Feel free to take my email as well, down at the bottom, agprior848@alamancecc.edu. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to chat with me, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Alamance. Our next presenter this evening is Methodist University.
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to spend it with us and learn about the wonderful institutions that are joining me this evening. I'm always excited to talk about the place that I call my second home. I am a graduate of Methodist University, graduated in 2015, and have now been serving as the Assistant Director of Admissions. Just to kind of get us started, we are in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We have approximately 2,000 students, and our average class size is about 18. So we have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So a lot of individual attention across the board in all of our classes. All of our classes are taught by full-time faculty. So there's also continuity between who's teaching the material and who's grading your papers and exams. So that's something that we really take pride in sharing with you today. We have a lot of things for our students to get involved in, over 100 clubs and organizations, 20 Division III athletic programs. We have a very diverse community made up of 35 states and 72 different countries. And I'm really excited to tell you about some of the programs that we offer academically for our students. But first and foremost, I know we're living in this virtual world. And so of course, with that, we also have a virtual campus tour. Our office is open for students to come and do actual visits. We can take you on a campus tour, show you around the university, maybe meet with a professor. So we are able to do a lot of things in person now, which is awesome. But just in case that's not something that you're ready to do just yet, or if there's something that you missed, if you want to come for a visit, you can kind of take a sneak peek initially with our virtual campus tour online. We have videos of residence halls, our dining hall, so you can really get a good feel for our community before you come for an actual visit. Here are some of the top academic programs that we offer at Methodist, and by that I mean some of our most popular. We have over 86 different majors, minors, and concentrations. So there's a lot to choose from. A lot if you are still deciding, if you change your mind, if you want to be more particular. And so some of the major ones that we have are biology. We do have a pre-physician assistant program because we have a master's in physician assistant studies at Methodist. We also have doctoral programs in physical therapy and occupational therapy. So programs like kinesiology and nursing are very popular at Methodist. We also have industrial and systems engineering, computer science, exercise and sports science, forensic science, and our PGA golf management program, which is pretty unique for us. We also really pride ourselves in making sure students have access to student success opportunities. So we have a student solutions office. It's exactly what it sounds like. If you have questions and you're concerned or you don't know where to go to, there's an office for that. They can be kind of the facilitator to connect you with other offices as you need resources. We do have a first year experience class. So for students that are coming to Methodist as first time students, we want to help get you acclimated to being in a college environment, teach you how to register for classes, how to work with your financial aid. So while we're also working on like ethics and getting you just comfortable with the university experience, we're bringing resources to you. We have our tutoring and writing center within our library, free services for our students to use. We also have accessibility and disability services. And then when you're ready for that next step or preparing for internships or your career, we have career services and internships and experiential learning for our students to take advantage of. To give you kind of an idea of the makeup of our population, just last year or this year, our incoming class, we had about an average GPA of a 3.46. Those that submitted test scores had SATs between 950 and 1130 or 17 and 23. I like these middle percentages because it helps not isolate students when it comes to averages. Our admissions process is pretty easy. Our application is free to complete online. We do not require letters of recommendation or an essay, so it usually makes us the fan favorite amongst our senior applicants. And so there's kind of a few different ways that students can go about our process. For one, they could go test optional, as many colleges have moved to, and we intend on staying that way going into the following falls as well, in which case you can submit your application and your high school transcript, and we'll look at your core GPA. So we'll isolate your classes like English, math, science, history, foreign language, social studies, and so those are the classes that we'll use to determine your core GPA. Or if you have been able to test, you can self-report your GPA and test scores on your application, and that may be a great opportunity for you to be admissible without submitting anything additionally right off the bat. So pretty easy. And then also, with test scores, we are going about the process as I would refer to it as test blind. So even if you have test scores, I definitely would encourage you to submit them because what we'll do is if it's helpful for you in terms of an academic scholarship or admissibility, we will use it. If it's not, then we won't worry about it so much. So I kind of alluded to this with academic scholarships. Academic scholarships is the best way to make any institution affordable. And so you'll see at the very bottom there, I'm a visual person, so I like to provide some resources. And so you can see at the very bottom, if you are test optional, that would be your baseline scholarship. And then if you provide a test, it'll only give you a better opportunity for some higher scholarship amounts. It is fluid. So as you continue through the process, if your GPA increases or your test scores increase, you can move within our chart throughout the year before you enroll. Financial aid, of course, is always a concern for students as they're looking at colleges. I would say that this is becoming, even more of a decision-making factor, as I totally understand. And so some of the things I wanted to highlight for you is that our average financial aid award for an incoming student is about $31,575, and our average net cost is about $18,000 a year. So wanted to leave that for you. Here is my direct contact information. Please reach out via the Q&A, and I'd be happy to connect with you further. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Methodist. And yes, please do, attendees, ask any questions you may have through that Q&A button. But up next is Piedmont Community College.
everybody. My name is Lakeisha Farrar. I'm the recruiter here at Piedmont Community College, and I'm very excited to talk about Piedmont. Piedmont, we have two different campuses. We have the Caswell County campus and the Person County campus. So students that tend to attend Piedmont Community College, they come for the fact that we prevail with our staff, our faculty, and any of our students alike. Piedmont embraces innovations with new methods of teaching, technologies, and programs of study. There's a program here for everyone. Piedmont, we have traditional studies, workforce development, unique programs such as digital effects and animation, technology, and gunsmithing. Piedmont is the place that you want to be. So here at Piedmont, you come to reinvent yourself. You're going to start with you, and the new beginning zone is where you're going to do that. So it's going to start with you. We're going to be here to guide you along the way, and at the end, guess what? You did it. So when you're walking across that stage with your diploma, pat yourself on the back because you're the one that did it. So while you're here, go ahead and reinvent yourself. Believe in yourself. Be a leader. Stand out in the crowd. Set your goals. Be involved. Here at Piedmont, we also have student clubs and organizations such as student government associations, the Pacer Huddle. We have Creative Minds if you're interested in the STEMS club. So the nice thing about our clubs and organizations, you don't actually have to be in that program to be in that club. If you decide that you want to go into the STEM club, but you are a nursing student, you can definitely do that. So definitely join a club and be involved and put yourself out there. So here at PCC, we have a one-track model. We have 5 tracks that you can go into, and I'm just going to show the different tracks that we have, and then I'm going to click on one of the tracks so you can see the list of programs that we have throughout that particular track. So this is our business study. So we have agribusiness, digital effects and animation technology. We also have the public safety and human services, and we also have the transfer as well. So here I'm going to click on the health and wellness. So when you click on here, you're going to see all our programs that we have. And if you click down, it's actually going to show a little bit more information about this particular program. And you can actually go down and see what the courses are going to be and what your term will be like. We also have a career coach as well. So if you're a student that you don't 100% know what you want to do, that is perfectly fine. You can actually come to the career coach and you can take our assessment. So it takes probably about 15-20 minutes, just depending on how long you take. And it's going to suggest a program for you. You can also browse our careers and browse our programs as well. So Piedmont, our process for admissions is very simple. We have 5 simple steps. You're just going to apply to PCC. You're going to do your residency. Then you're going to submit your official transcripts. If you have college transcripts, you're going to submit the official ones for that as well. Do not open them. If you open them, they're considered unofficial. Then you're going to complete your FAFSA. You're also going to meet with a financial aid advisor, and they are going to talk with you and help you fill out your FAFSA. And then you're going to register for your classes with your advisor. And the last step is just simply smile, because guess what? You did it. So a lot of students that attend Piedmont, they attend because we are very affordable. So I just put together a little list of universities and colleges out there. So as you can see, the typical year for an in-state student is roughly about $2,546, and out-of-state tends to be a little bit more. So the cost of tuition for PCC for in-state is $76 per credit hour, and out-of-state is $268. So when you're doing your residency, this is where that in-state and out-of-state come in. So you want to make sure that when you're doing your residency that you fill it out correctly. If you mess up, that's okay, that can be fixed. So the average books and supplies per semester are about $975, and additional fees may apply. So paying for school. So we have a couple different things that you can do. We have the foundation. There's over 100 scholarships that you could potentially apply for. One of them is the Pacer Promise. So it is free tuition plus $200 for books and fees, or excuse me, textbooks. So what you would do, you would just go to the Piedmont website, type in scholarships, and then you would apply for it. So here are some of the dates for the Pacer Promise. So these are very important to follow because you want to make sure that you fall on the deadline, especially if you're going to apply for a scholarship or financial aid. So financial aid is available for those who qualify at FAFSA.gov. That's where you're going to apply, or you can simply come and meet with one of our advisors and they will help you with that as well. So these are just some of our graduates throughout the last year or so. I just put this in here because I thought it was pretty awesome just to see the different students and a little bit about their stories. So again, my name is Lakeisha. I am the recruiter here at Piedmont Community College, and I also have put in a little information about the financial aid director, the person that is over the foundation, the admissions director, as well as the enrollment specialist. So I look forward to hearing some questions.
Thank you very much, Piedmont. We are going to move on to our final presenter, but once that presentation is finished, we will still have additional time for attendees to ask questions they may have. But up next is North Carolina State University.
All right. Hello there. Hi, my name is Tantan Tate. I am an admissions counselor here at North Carolina State University. I also graduated from NC State in May 2019 with a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies and a minor in Chinese and Business. So thank you so much for joining us, and I'm very excited to provide more information about NC State. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to put it in the Q&A box. So let's go ahead and get started. So NC State is, of course, located in Raleigh, North Carolina. We are the capital of the state and very central in the location. And Raleigh is a growing city and definitely have great professional and social opportunities as well. NC State is the largest public institution in North Carolina. We do have over 36,000 students. Around that, 24,000 are undergraduate students. But I promise when you do come here, you will definitely find your own community of thinkers and doers. We are also one of the 2 research-intensive universities, so which means that undergraduate students do have the opportunity to take advantage of that. And we do offer over 100 different majors and minors, so we definitely will have something for you if you have any type of interest. And because of how big the school is, we do offer over 700 student organizations, so that's definitely one of the best ways to stay connected with the institution and to really get to know the student body as well. So if you're involved in any type of organizations, definitely continue in college, and if we don't have something for you, you can definitely add to that 700 plus number. We offer over 230 study abroad programs, and we're also in the top 10 best value public institution as well. So NC State's definitely known for STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and math. However, we are still a university of choice for students of the humanities and social sciences. And on the application, you will have your first choice and your second choice major. And what that means is that we do directly admit students into the program. So there is really no general admission. But if you don't know what you want to do yet, that's completely okay. On the list, you will see one of the major as being exploratory studies. So that is the undecided program at NC State. You will have your entire first year to basically explore what kind of field you want to go into. And then at the end of that year is when you will make that informed decision on which major you would like to go into. So if you don't know what you want to do yet, that's completely okay. If you do have an idea and you know what you want to study, the good thing is that you will be admitted directly into that program. All right, so now application deadline. So we do have 2 different deadlines. First is going to be early action. That is going to be on November 1st, and the students will be notified on January 30th. However, if we do have any students that are interested in architecture, graphic design, industrial design, or anything that falls within that studio-based major category, this is going to be your final deadline, November 1st. And then you do have the additional portfolio along with the additional essay to submit by that November 1st deadline. And then, of course, the regular decision deadline is going to be on January 15th, and the students will be notified on March 30th. We also do recommend applying by the early action deadline, so then you will receive priority consideration for the honors and scholars program, as well as any of the merit-based scholarships. And of course, we are a non-binding institution, so you do have until May 1st to think about it. And so then you can confirm your enrollment by that deadline. All right, so a lot of the questions we do receive is how are applications reviewed? And so with NC State, we do widen the lens to look at the different factors. And so what that means is that there's really no one factor that will make or break that decision. At the forefront of that review process will be your academic achievement. So here we're looking for strong grades and challenging courses. So that can be honors, AP, IB, or dual enrollment. And like I mentioned, we are looking for strong grades. And so there's really no set GPA that we're looking for. And so that, Most of our competitive students are making A's and B's, but mostly A's. And the next will be your highest SAT or ACT composite score. So we were test optional for 2021 applicants due to the limited testing opportunities. And NC State is a part of the UNC system, and they have not made any decision regarding the testing policies yet, but typically test scores are required to have a complete application. But what we do is that we actually create a super score for you. And so when you do report your test scores and you do have multiple ones, go ahead and report that on the application. And then we will look at the highest subsection of each of the test state to create that super score. And so a little bit of statistics on the SAT, the middle 50% of our students made between a 1240 and a 1400. And then on the ACT, it was between a 27 and a 32. So that was just only the middle 50%. We did accept students that were higher than that and below that as well. And then, of course, your interest in the academic program selected. And so, like I mentioned, we do directly admit into the program. And so on the application, you will have a first choice and a second choice major. And so we do recommend selecting 2 different ones. And that is because if you're not competitive enough for your first one, you will be reviewed for your second choice. And we will ask, why are you interested in the program you selected? We do encourage you to write about both of the programs that you selected. And then, of course, your accomplishments and involvement outside of the classroom. And so here we are just wanting to see what you're investing your time in outside of the classroom. So that can be sports, arts, drama, theater. Maybe you're learning a new skill online, working, taking care of a family member. Anything that you're doing outside the classroom, definitely put it on your application so we can take it into consideration. And then your background and opportunities. And so we do understand that different high schools will offer different curriculums, grading skills, activities, and all of that. And so then your application will be looked at within the context that you're coming from. And then finally, your individual story. So this is where students can stand out. This is where, we are getting to know you as a person and as an individual. So when students do ask, how can I stand out on the application? It is going to be your essay. Your journey is unique to you. So definitely share anything that we haven't seen within the other parts of the application and take your time to write it. That is pretty much it for the holistic process. And then, of course, if you are interested in running with a pack, this is going to be our contact information. I do encourage you to go ahead and take a screenshot of this. But other than that, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, NC State. And thank you to all of our panelists for your great presentations. We do have time remaining, so attendees, please feel free to keep those questions coming. While the questions are coming in, perhaps we can do a round or 2 of questions ourselves. So if I could ask the panelists to turn your videos back on. And the first question I would pose to you is, what's one thing that you did not have time to include in your presentation that you'd like to quickly cover? Maybe that's your favorite event or tradition on campus, a fun fact about your school, or just some other piece of information that you'd like to share with the group. We'll go back in that same order. So let's start with Edgecombe.
I did not get a chance to share information about our continuing education department. In that department, we do offer what we call Career in a Year, where students can actually obtain certificates that will make them workforce ready in 12 months or less.
Great, thank you. Alamance?
Thank you. We will be, of course, we are offering campus visits. They are socially distanced, of course, and you have to wear a mask on campus, but you can definitely contact me if you'd like to set those up. And next month, we will be having a virtual open house, our College to Career Festival, that we will have more information on our website about if you'd like to kind of take a look at that, and we hope you join us.
Great, thank you. Methodist?
Sure, I would love to take the opportunity to share my favorite tradition on our campus. So we really enjoy celebrating the diversity of our students. And so something really special about our student center is that we actually have international flags hanging. And those represent actually students that have graduated for the first time from that country. So at graduation, if they are graduating for the first time, they'll present the flag. And I love that.
Great, thank you. Piedmont?
One of the things that I like to share, We are doing a registration blitz. So that gives a chance for students to come out and actually register in person, or you can do it via Zoom, or you can call over the phone. We're also going into the high schools, our local high schools, and we're doing the same. We're setting up hour-long sessions with them. So if that's something that you guys would like to do, if you're a high school student, feel free to talk to your counselor there and set that up, or feel free just to give me a call or email or a text, whatever you fancy.
Great, thank you. NC State?
Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. At this point, we are offering multiple information sessions. So I know that major is a really good question. If you do have an interest in, any type of program, definitely sign up for the different information sessions that are also college specific. And we do offer them just basically throughout the entire month.
Great, thank you. So my other question, this is a question I'm sure students would be interested having an answer from insiders like yourselves. What's one piece of advice you have for a student going through the college search process, or kind of what is one frequently asked question that you think would be good to kind of share your answer to the group? And we'll go back in that same order, starting with Edgecombe.
Start your process early. Do not wait till the last minute to apply for financial aid or to contact the school for additional information.
Very good advice. Alamance?
Yes, I would just say keep an open mind when researching schools and programs. I know a lot of students are interested in engineering, but there's a lot of other jobs on the other side of engineering where you might not want to look into a 4-year degree when in 2 years you can become that technician that works on these machines that is necessary for these companies. So just keep an open mind when researching and looking at various programs and time frame and length.
Great, thank you. Methodist?
I was going to say one of the things that I think, and I understand, is that a lot of people are intimidated by college officers, admissions counselors and people working at a lot of these institutions. And we are ultimately a resource. So don't be afraid to ask questions, reach out, because that's the best way that you're going to get all the information that you need to find your best fit, which I think I could say is everyone's goal. And so I just want to let you know that we're open for that. That's what we're here for. And we're excited to build those connections with you.
Great, thank you. Piedmont?
Regardless of what college that you decide on, definitely just get involved when you get on campus. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Just pick yourself up and just jump into the first thing and see if you like it. And if you don't, just move on to the next thing. So definitely get involved when you're on campus.
Good advice. North Carolina State.
All right, and I guess this is more of like after you become a student, but essentially don't be afraid of your professors. They're really nice people. I know that when you go to any type of colleges, your first thought is, oh no, they're my professor, I can't talk to them. But no, they're really there for you and they're very friendly, and office hour is pretty much for you. They want you to stop by, and like how everyone's mentioned, be involved, be connected. And one of the best ways definitely to speak to your professor. So don't be afraid and take advantage of office hours for sure.
Great, thank you. My last question, you can choose to answer it or answer another question. I saw a question come in from a student. What sort of facilities are on or near your campus in terms of recreational gym, things like that? And so go back in that same order, Edgecombe.
We do have local gyms here in Tarboro. And also in Rocky Mount, there's several different fitness centers there. There's bowling alleys, skating rinks. All of that is close by to both campuses.
Great, thank you. Alamance?
Yeah, we here in Graham, we're pretty close knit with Mebane and Burlington, so we have lots of fitness areas around. We actually have a sports court on our campus. Pre-COVID, we had all kinds of programs on campus, and then I also saw movies. We would host drive-in movies, and we're still actually offering those as well. So we try to keep our students involved.
Great, thank you. Methodist.
Yeah, we have a lot of great facilities on campus to keep students engaged. We do have a fitness center. We have lots of different organizations and clubs that have and host events on campus. But and just in the general area, we actually have a bowling alley literally right across the street that offers free bowling for students. I loved that. For some reason, Fayetteville has 4 movie theaters, so you can never get, enough movie time. There's also a zip lining place down the street. So we have a lot of recreational things to do in the area. And if there's something you need that we don't have, Raleigh is only an hour away, so you can find everything else there.
Great, thank you. Piedmont?
On our campus, we actually have disc golf. So we have disc golf located throughout the whole entire campus. We also 15 minutes from 2 different lakes. So we do have a lot of students that on their downtime, they'll go hang out at the lake. We have the Palace Point here, which is kind of similar to a Dave and Buster. It has the bowling alley, a skating rink, there's a movie theater. There's bumper cars in there. There's a whole bunch of other things I can't remember. But we have lots of things. There's gyms. Great places to eat. So we're also about 45 minutes from Durham. So if you feel like you need to go outside the city, you can just take a short ride to Durham.
Hey, thank you. And NC State.
Yes, so I would say that since we are so close to downtown, our downtown is pretty much an extension of our campus. But on main campus, you have your dorms and your academic buildings, but then you also have your gym, and then you have the student center, which is like this really cool building that a lot of the students kind of gather around, and that's really the central hub of our main campus. I go there to get ice cream because we make our own ice cream at State, and every time I had an exam or like a final or midterm, that was my place to go because I wanted sugar. And then we also have Centennial campus, and there's a lake on Centennial campus. You can get your kayak or your paddleboard at the gym and then drag it over there. You can go kayaking or paddleboarding. There's a really nice trail around the lake, so you can go running, biking, walking. And then of course, again, downtown is really close by, so you can pretty much do anything.
Great, thank you. Thank you for all of your extra insight. As I move to wrap up, I'll give a couple minutes for you all to answer any final questions that came in for students. So keep an eye on that. I'm not going to close the session right after my wrap up. We'll leave it open for about a minute or so while you respond to those questions. But thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to our panelists for sharing the information about your schools. And certainly thank you to all of our attendees for attending this session. We hope you learned a lot. Before you close this window, you will receive a very quick 4-question survey that we ask that you take a minute and complete. And again, there are future Carolina sessions, so please do sign up for those. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website. But again, thank you. And college students, good luck in your college search. Have a great evening. And attendees, I should mention, if you do not get all of your questions answered, all the reps will receive all of your questions that were asked and can respond outside of this session as well.